Good morning, Your Majesties. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that are new here, welcome to my YouTube channel. And happy June 1st and happy Pride Month. Before I get into today's video, I do have an announcement to make. Starting next week, I'm going to start spreading out my videos. So I'm going to be uploading only 3 times a week. And I'm going to be uploading on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So I hope you guys will be okay with that, because why not? Why not spread the videos out? So yeah, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So today's story time, it's called, do you have a scary story time for you guys? This one's called The Silent Circus. And it goes, every year, without warning or fanfare, a mysterious circus would appear on the outskirts of the small town of Eldridge. The townspeople never saw it arrive. One morning, the field that lay barren and empty the night before would be filled with tents of all shapes and sizes, towering rides that reached toward the sky, and a Ferris wheel that turned slowly and silently in the misty dawn. The circus was always shrouded in an eerie silence. No music, no laughter, no circus barkers calling out the intense visitors yet. Despite its unsettling atmosphere, the people of Eldridge felt an irresistible pull to the strange and silent fair. Okay. Jordan was a boy who often felt invisible in his own life. At school, he was just another face in the crowd, his presence unnoticed by both teachers and classmates alike. At home, his parents were too busy with work and their own lives to pay much attention. Oh, Jordan. He spent most of his time alone, wandering the town's streets or escaping into the pages of the books he loved. When the silent circus appeared on the outskirts of town one foggy night, Jordan felt the same pull, that same unexplainable urge to see what secrets the circus held. Okay. The fog was thick as he made his way to the field, its damp tendrils curling around him like ghostly figures. The circus loomed before him, its tent stretching into the mist, the rides moving soundlessly as if operated by unseen hands. There were no lights, no signs of life, but Jordan was not afraid. He was too intrigued by the circus's strange, outwardly presence to be afraid. Jordan, don't be doing risky stuff. Come on. As he wandered through the circus grounds, Jordan noticed the attractions were unlike any he had ever seen. There were no traditional games or rides. Instead, the booths and tents seemed to offer something more personal, something darker. He passed by a mirror maze, its glass surfaces warped and clouded, showing reflections that didn't quite match his movements. There was a game where the prizes were not stuffed animals or toys, but objects that looked oddly familiar. Oh boy. Belongings of the people of Eldridge, lost items that had vanished without a trace. And then there were the rides, their mechanisms hidden, the carts and swings moving with an unnatural smoothness, as if powered by some invisible force. Despite the eerie atmosphere, Jordan felt a strange sense of belonging. The circus seemed to know him, to understand the loneliness that had been his constant companion. It was as if the circus had been waiting for him, drawing him in with the promise of something he couldn't quite name. Jordan, Jordan, you better make a smart decision. Don't make a smart decision, Jordan. As he walked deeper into the circus, Jordan noticed a small, tattered tent set apart from the rest. A sign hung above the entrance, his letters faded and barely legible. Fortunes told. The tent seemed out of place, old and worn, with a sense of decay that contrasted sharply with the pristine. If silent splendor of the rest of the circles, yet, oh, if silent splendor of the rest of the circus. Yet, as Jordan approached, the flap of the tent rustled, and he felt a beckoning pull urging him to step inside. He hesitated for only a moment before pushing aside the flap and entering the dimly lit space. Inside the air was thick. Inside the air was thick with the scent of incense and the light from a single flickering candle cast long shadows on the wall. At the center of the tent sat a woman, her face obscured by a hood, her hands resting on a small round table draped in a faded velvet cloth. Her fingers, long and thin, were adorned with rings that caught the candlelight, glinting like tiny trapped stars. Jordan swallowed hard, suddenly unsure of why he had come. Really? The woman lifted her head slightly, revealing the glimpse of her face, a sharp chin, pale lips, and eyes that glowed with an unnatural light. She gestured him to sit, and through every instinct told him to run. Jordan found himself compelled to obey. Oh my gosh, Jordan! Welcome, Jordan, the woman said, her soft voice melodic, yet tinged with something cold and distant. I've been expecting you. Really? Jordan's breath caught in his throat. How does she know his name? Who are you? He asked, his voice trembling. The woman leaned forward, her eyes locking onto his. I am the keeper of the silent circus, she replied, the guardian of its secrets and the barrier of its course. Curse? Jordan stammered, his fear mounting. The fortune teller nodded slowly. The circus is not what it seems. It is a trap, a place where the souls of the lost and forgotten are collected. Each attraction is designed to ensnare a different type of person, feeling on their fears and desires until they are consumed. The circus takes what it wants and never lets go. Oh boy. Jordan's heart pounded in his chest. He had heard stories about people who had gone missing after visiting the silent circus, but he had never believed them until now. Why are you telling me this? He asked, his voice barely above a whisper. Because, the woman said, her voice growing softer, more sorrowful. I am a prisoner of this place, bound to the circus until I can find someone to take my place. I have been here longer than I can remember, trapped in a cycle that never ends. And now, Jordan, the circus has chosen you. Jordan, you better run! Run, Jordan! Jordan's blood ran cold. He wanted to run, like I just said, you should run, to escape this nightmare. But he couldn't feel the circus pole, but he could feel the circus pole tightening around him. binding him to this place. There must be a way out, he pleaded. I don't want to be trapped here. The fortune teller's eyes darkened and sighed heavily. There is a way, she said, but it comes as a cost. But it comes at a cost. You can take my place, become the new guardian of the circus, and I will be free. But if you choose to leave the circus, but if you choose to leave the circus will consume you, body and soul, and you will become a part of it forever. Jordan's mind raced. Why is my nose tripping? Jordan's mind raced. He could feel the circus closing in on him, its silent attractions coming to life, their unseen mechanisms whirring and clicking as they prepared to ensnare him. He had to choose, and quickly. Jeez. The fortune teller's gaze bore into him, her eyes pleading. Please, Jordan, she whispered. I have been here for so long. I don't want to be here anymore. Let me go. The weight of the decision crushed him, but he knew what he had to do. He couldn't leave her here trapped for an eternity in this nightmare. He couldn't condemn her to a fate he couldn't bear himself. I'll do it, Jordan said. I'll do it, Jordan said, his voice shaking. I'll take your place. The fortune teller's eyes filled with tears, and for the first time she smiled, a sad, weary smile. Thank you, she whispered. She reached out and took his hands in hers, her touch as cold as ice. You have given me a gift I can never repay. As soon as the words left her lips, Jordan felt the change begin. The air around him grew heavy. The shadows in the tent twisting around him like vines. His body felt weightless, as if it were floating, drifting away from himself. He could feel the circus power seeping into him, filling him with its ancient dark magic. The fortune teller began to fade, her form dissolving into the shadows. Goodbye, Jordan, she said, her voice echoing in the darkness, and I'm sorry. Jordan. With that, she was gone, and Jordan was left alone in the tent. The candle flickering weakly on the table, the silence of the circus pressed on him, more oppressive than even before. He could feel it now, the truth of what he had become. He was the new guardian, the keeper of the silent circus, bound to its endless eerie cycle. The tent flap rustled, and Jordan knew that the circus was already preparing for its next visitor, its next victim. The attractions outside were waiting, hungry for the souls of the lost and forgotten. And Jordan, now the keeper of the secrets, would be there to greet him. The next morning, the people of Eldridge woke to find the field empty once more, the circus gone as mysteriously as it had appeared. They went about their day unaware of the new guardian, who watched over the silent circus, waiting for the next soul to wander into its grasp. And deep in the shadows, Jordan stood, his existence now tied to the circus, waiting for the circus cycle to begin again. Oh my Lord. That is so freaking creepy. Okay. Oh, before I say anything else, this is shirt of the week, my Dallas shirt. That is such a creepy story. What do you guys think of that story? Let me know down in the comments. And what are you guys doing today? Let me know. I just want to know because I'm nosy as hell. But anyway, that's going to be it for today's video. So if you're new here, hi, I'm Princess Peyton. Hit the red button to become your majesty and hit the bell notification so you're notified every time I upload a video. And I love you guys so much. You guys are the best human beings ever made. And you're the king of my heart in the song lyrics of Taylor Swift. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Okay, love you. Bye. Mwah.